Hello, everyone. I think we're live. So, welcome to a little experiment of ours, which we're doing for the first time this year, which is to kind of introduce you to the committee members of Out Film Connecticut and to talk a little bit about this year's film festival because this year is going to be different from any year that we've ever had in the past. And of course, this year is it's going to be both virtual and it's going to be in person at Cine Studio. So we're calling it the Hybrid Film Festival. And so we just wanted to take a little time and talk to people, let them know how things are going to happen, and let you guys meet the committee members. You don't get to see behind the scenes very much. And I'm sure some of you have talked to people at Cine Studio when we've been there in person, but a lot of people have questions about what we do and how we do things, and so we thought it'd be nice to just hang out with you guys for a little while. Not sure how long this will go, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour, you never know. But we thought we'd also ask people what their favorite movies were on the committee, so that it can help you guys maybe decide which ones you want to see yourselves. So first off, I want to apologize for my background. This is my first time doing this, and I did not realize I could not put up one of those little, background images of Greece or wherever. So in back of me right now is a lot of the different items that we've gathered this year for the silent auction. And yes, we are bringing back the silent auction this year. So we're very excited about that. Yes.
Yay.
So I'll also give you a little preview of that. But before we get started, why don't we just kind of go around the horn a little bit and introduce the committee members. So I'm Shane Engstrom, one of the co-directors of the festival, and also treasurer of the organization. And we have on my screen below me, Jaime Ortega, who's co-director. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Jaime Ortega here, co-director. First time as co-director this year, and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Should I say a little bit about my role in the festival this year?
Sure.
So, okay. I have been working alongside Shane and everybody else on the committee to watch movies, and we're worked hard this year to curate this festival for you guys. And so that included a lot of watching hundreds of short films and a ton of features and docs, all for you. And once we selected what we want to show for the festival, I'm in charge of film traffic. Anything that we want to show, I have to make sure that it comes in, that it gets uploaded onto our virtual platform by the filmmakers or the distributors. And so that, entails a lot of emailing back and forth to those folks. And also, too, because we're doing a hybrid festival this year, it includes making sure that films get to our projectionists at Cine Studio. Also doing quality assurance, making sure that everything looks good on the screen. Subtitles are, you could read them and they're clear, making sure that they go along with the dialogue, making sure the picture and sound are clear. So that's just a little bit of a snippet of what my role has been this past year, in addition to a bunch of other things. But yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, and I don't think people realize with the whole print traffic, film traffic, that it, we have over 100 films this year. So trying to track down 100 different.
I can't hear you, Shane.
Oh, no.
No, we can hear you.
I hear you.
I hear you.
Okay, I can hear everyone now. Sorry.
All right. So tracking down 100 different filmmakers or distributors and getting not only them to like upload their film to our virtual platform, but also getting them to send their film to Cinestudio so that we have it in person. It's a lot of work and a lot of follow up. So, and we're still not. We still have some movies that haven't sent their.
Yeah, there's a handful of films, but we'll get them before next week, hopefully.
Otherwise, we'll have to act it out ourselves.
Yes, Mark will do an interpretive dance for everyone.
Yes.
It was so interesting that I film traffic that word the other night when you mentioned it. Like, what the heck is that? So I googled it, and it's really pretty remarkable.
It's a lot to keep track of. I don't know how I do it actually.
Well, especially now with all the shorts we're showing.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it used to be called print traffic because it was actually a print of a film that came in on film stock.
Right.
And don't do that anymore. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this is, I think, my third or fourth year doing it. And the first time I did it, I noticed there's a huge difference between now and then. Back then, people would mail their films on thumb drives, the short films, and they even the feature films had to be delivered on a larger drive. Now everything's electronic. Most everything is electronic, and we're downloading a lot of this stuff ourselves, as opposed to people mailing things. And I think that's a result of COVID.
And some of the files are giant. Like, so it's for a feature film. It's not out of this world to have film that's 100 gigabytes sent to us. So it's a lot of bandwidth. Anyway, so Marina, we haven't heard from you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Our Vice President, Marina Yurieva.
Hi, Marina. Thank you, Shane. I've been with the festival for 4 years, I think, in all different roles. And this is the first time as a vice president. My main role is to lead Q&As. And that's surprisingly a lot of work because I have to coordinate with all different filmmakers. For this year, we have 5 Q&As for the short films, for the short panel, and 4 Q&As for the features. So that's a lot of filmmakers, and I have to coordinate with all of them. They're all over the roads. Some of them are in Australia, which is about 12 or 14 hours difference. Some of them are in UK, which is, 5 hours? Or 7 hours? Yeah. 5 hours, yeah. So it's confusing. Some of them are in Brazil. And so it's a lot of coordination and trying to figure out what's the best time for the to put them all together. But it's fun. It's based on our previous experience last year. Q&As are a lot of fun, and we get to meet all the filmmakers and have wonderful talks with them. And it's just so fascinating how different everybody is and where they're coming from. And some of them are really big film directors and actors, and some of them are just graduating from the art school. So I love it.
Great. And Charmaine, what about you? Take yourself off mute. All right.
I think we have to remember the mute situation. So I'm Charmaine Harkins, and I'm going on my 4th year. This is my 4th year volunteering with the festival. Each year just brings such delight because we're introduced to such high quality movies from around the world. It's just absolutely fascinating to be part of this process. So my role for the last couple of years has been that of community outreach coordination. And so my role, in addition to viewing the movies, as Jaime pointed out so skillfully, is going through that process of sifting through hundreds upon hundreds of movies, short stocks and so forth. So once that's fulfilled, then we get into the, the marketing aspect of the film festival itself and letting people know. And as we all know, the last year has been kind of challenging. And this year we had decided that both virtual and in person was going to happen. So it's just getting the word out, contacting the usual suspects that would probably be delighted to know about our festival, and then also including those that we may not know about. And so that grows. It ends up contacts growing each and every year. And today I actually spent the day just literally doing the old-fashioned distribution of the posters and the brochures in various places throughout the county. And yeah, and then really pretty much word of mouth. So whenever I'm with people or groups, I'm putting it out there.
You're a number one promoter.
I try my best, but it's just these guys in here on the and Marina as well. I just hope for those of you who are watching appreciate. I mean, Shane and Jaime, I just can't believe the amount of work that you put into this. It's hard to realize that you actually hold down full-time jobs, but Mark as well, Mark. So anyway, so I want to actually put a shout out to all of you for because I see it. I know what you do, and it's just remarkable, actually. So anyway, it's nice to be on this forum tonight, to chat about all these films and to break it down, I guess, in a way.
Thank you. Hey, look, we have our first comment from Mexico. One of our filmmakers from Mexico. He has the film Encounter, so you definitely should check that one out.
Cool.
But in the meantime, Mark, talk about yourself. Oh, you're on mute.
You muted me. You muted.
All right, now you're good.
Okay, yeah, you muted me. I didn't mute me. You're always trying to stifle me.
Sometimes it's best for everyone.
For good reasons. No
Mute
doubt.
him,
So,
mute him.
hello, everyone. I'm Mark Slitt. I've been on the Film Festival Committee now, I think, for 11 years, maybe 12. I lose track. I remember when Marina walked in for the first time, and I remember when Charmaine walked in for the first time to a meeting, and Jaime as well. So it's been really great to be affiliated with the festival for so long, and bringing new people in and seeing new folks like those three really get involved more and more over the years. And now they're very active members of the steering committee, which is really terrific. They're actually officers in the organization. I've been at various times secretary and treasurer. I've worked a lot on our press releases and a lot of those emails you get. I used to write those. I'm not doing that so much as I used to, but and all those friends of the festival letters that you used to get, or that you still get, I used to write a lot of those. And if you've been to the festival, you've probably seen me. I'm usually either in the box office selling you tickets, or at the door taking your tickets, or downstairs selling you candy and water, or just wandering around. And on party nights, at some point, Marina forces me out onto the dance floor with her, because she's a party animal and loves to dance. And so you might have seen me at some point making an utter fool of myself dancing with Marina, because I'm not the world's best dancer, and I typically only dance when I'm drunk, and I've never been drunk at one of our parties. So, so thank you. So thank you to Marina for getting me out there and forcing me to have a good time and make a fool of myself. I love working on the film festival. It truly is a labor of love, I think, for all of us. Very proud to be affiliated with it. And as Charmaine said, there's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes that you don't have to see. And hopefully you've enjoyed the festival, whenever you've come. I always say that, we're the folks here that you're seeing tonight, and others who aren't on the call tonight. We all watch all of the junk so that you don't have to, because, we do watch hundreds, literally hundreds of movies, and they're not all really good. Some of them are really quite bad. And we do our darndest to bring you the very best films that we can find that are out there that tell a variety of stories and focus on a lot of different experiences of the entire, the entire spectrum of the LGBT community. So hopefully we're succeeding in that, and that you come back and you come back again and again.
Yes. And just to mention, Mark, can you go on mute? Okay, all right, getting a little feedback there. The film Encounter that Ivan's involved with, just so you know, is part of the shorts program called Glory Days Senior Shorts, and it's a beautiful little film about a grandmother who had been kind of outcast from the family, who ends up connecting with a young grandson who's kind of coming into his own and coming of age, and realizing that he is gay himself, and it's a beautiful movie about their interconnection and how they get reintroduced to each other through a tragedy. So beautiful film. It's the first time we're ever doing a senior shorts collection. So we're very happy to be doing that and proud to be doing that. So we hope that you guys will check it out. Which brings me to the next topic, which is that all of the shorts programs, just so you know, are going to be available throughout the entire festival, plus a week after the festival. So we have a total of 9 shorts programs, and three of the shorts programs are going to be at Cinestudio on Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night. But those same shorts programs are also available online through our virtual platform throughout the entire festival. So if you don't want to come out, in person, you have the availability of watching all those shorts throughout the festival. And so they're available from, the 4th all the way through June 20th. So we hope that you will take some time and enjoy them. The shorts are always very popular with with our audience members. So we hope that you get to check them all out. And just so you know, at Cinestudio, we certainly, it's been a crazy year for all of us, and we know that some people are just not ready themselves to come out or to actually come to the cinema in person. And that's fine. And that's why we decided that we wanted to make it a fully virtual festival. But for those who are ready to come out, we are still going to be at Cinestudio. They are going to be practicing, COVID social distancing, COVID-related practices, so that people do feel safe, even if they are in person. Cinestudio will be requiring that everyone wear masks in the lobby areas, because that's where people are most likely to be, in closer quarters to each other. So in the lobby areas, everyone will be asked to wear masks. However, once you're at your seat and ready to watch the movie, you can take your masks off. So that's what they've told us that will be in place during the festival. They are restricting access to the cinema to only 125 people. And that's 25% of their normal capacity. They can hold almost 500 people. And as people who know Cinestudio know, it's a giant theater with lots of seats, almost 500. So only, the maximum capacity will be 125, or one out of every 4 seats. And we suspect the actual audience will be less than that for some of the programs. So anyway, We are selling passes online, and the passes that you buy through the online website, everyone should go to our website, which is outfilmct.org. And there's on that homepage, there's a series of buttons you can click, and one of them is to buy passes. We have two different kinds of passes this year. One is a 5-show pass, and it's like it sounds. You buy it and you're entitled to watch 5 different programs. That could be a shorts program, could be a feature film, it could be a documentary, or it could be the series that we have. So, and the 5-show passes are also available for in-person or screenings online. So it's nice that you can watch some online, some in person, and it works like that. So the all access Festi Pass is $100 for one person, or the household version is $175, and it allows up to 2 people for in-person screenings at Cine Studio, or you can have as many people at home watch as you want. But that similarly allows you to watch some films at Cine Studio, some films at home, and it allows you to watch every single film that we have available. There is only one film program that is available at Cine Studio, but is not available online. And that film program is Summer of '85. And it just happened to be a fluke with the distributor. They were getting ready to have their virtual, they were going to get ready to have it available online just a month after we're showing it. And they wanted to make a cutoff so that they weren't showing the film virtually at festivals just before they released it online virtually. So they restricted us to say you can show it in person, but not virtually. So that's the only reason that one is the only program that is in person only. And that's a Francois Ozon film. Some people may recognize him from his other films. He's a very good director. He made like 8 Women, the French film Potiche, several other films. So anyway, what else? I touched on the silent auction a little bit. We have a ton of really great stuff. And what I thought I could do is maybe show you a few of the things that we're going to have at the auction. If I can figure out how to share my screen here, I'll do that now. Hold on.
Shane, while you're doing that, just for those who have not been to Cine Studios in the last couple of years, it's quite impressive with their new refurbished seats. I mean, you walk in there and it looks pretty classy and comfortable. So if that's not enough to get you to the cinema, but
yeah, they're replacing all of the seats in the hall.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
It's really nice.
Very beautiful, yeah.
So let me see here. This is our website, and we have kind of a little preview of some of the things. You got 3 nights in Provincetown at the Brasswood Inn, which is right on Commercial Street, if you know Provincetown. We got some Apple AirPods. We really tried to have a really big mix of different things so that there's something for everyone. We have a tasting of 7 different liqueurs and a sample cocktail for 10 people. You got the Samara Med Spa, a $2,000 gift card for spa treatments, which include Botox and facials and scrubs and a little medical assistance for those of us who need it.
I hope Jacques gets this one.
Oh, thanks. You have family membership here to Storm King Art Center. You got at the Adventure Park at Stores in Connecticut. I don't know if you've been there, but it's a lot of fun. They've got climbing and zip lining, and it looks like they added axe throwing to because when I went there last, they didn't have axe throwing, but it's a lot of fun. So, and that's for 4 people. We have a getaway to Bath, Maine, and that she's paired that with a couple different things. Passes to the Maine Maritime Museum, this little gourmet deli called Sisters, which is near there. You got $300 gift card for training at CT Workout. You got an escape to Newport to visit the mansions there and stay at the Viking Hotel. You got craft beers. You got all kinds of things. So I hope you guys will take advantage of the silent auction. You can go to our website now and kind of pre-register if you want to. And we will be sending out, notifications. The auction will go from the day that the festival starts on the 4th, and it will go all the way to the Saturday night, the following Saturday night, so the 12th. And we're going to stop the bidding at 11 p.m. on the 12th, so that people can pick up any items that they won on the last day of the festival, which is at Sunday, the 13th. So.
But you don't have to be there to bid. You don't have to physically be at Cinestudio to fill out a bid sheet. You can do all of your bidding electronically from the comfort of your home. You can be wearing your jammies or whatever, and you never have to go outside. You can.
Yeah, we used this technology a couple of years ago when we had it last, and it's really cool because it will pop up right on your smartphone and say you've just been outbid on this item that you had been bidding on. So you definitely don't have to be there, and it'll tell you if you've been outbid on something, or if you're just watching something, it'll notify you. So it's really a lot of fun, and it helps the film festival. It helps us to bring all this programming to you because it helps make some money for the festival.
The only downside of the online bidding is I can no longer go around, Shane, and put your bid number on all of the different items.
I got a lot of things there that I didn't know I bid on. All right, so I think that's all the kind of like background information. I definitely could go to the website, check things out. You have the Cinestudio schedule there. You have the virtual schedule. Oh, people have asked, like, I go to the website and I can see that I can buy passes, but how do I buy tickets to individual films? I don't see a button that says buy tickets. So the answer to that is all you have to do is actually go into browse the films, either through the film catalog or through the virtual schedule or the Cinestudio schedule. And once you've found a film that you want to watch, you have an option to buy the ticket right there. And on the virtual schedule, it will say, like, on the player, there will be a button there that says pre-order now. So that's how it works. And on the Cinestudio ones, there's a button underneath that says, like, you can reserve your tickets or something to that effect. Anyway.
And if you're coming to Cinestudio, you can just walk right up to the box office, and either Marina or I or one of the other committee members working the box office that night would be happy to sell you a ticket right there on the spot.
Yeah. If you do buy your ticket in advance online, then it will send you like a confirmation email, and in that confirmation is a little barcode or a little QR code. And it's helpful if you bring that with you to the festival, so we can just scan the code and let you in, and we don't have to like waste time like looking you up in the system and all that. So, all right. So we thought we might kind of go around and talk to everyone about like what their favorite films were, to help you guys figure out what films you want to see. So who wants to start? Don't all jump at once.
I
I'll
could
be happy
start.
Okay, Jaime.
Yeah, so I mean, the first thing is that I'm really excited about is just really excited to be back at Cine Studio and be in the theater. Last year we weren't able to do that because of COVID, and we had the drive-in screenings, but it wasn't the same. We were lucky to be able to do that, but there's nothing like seeing a movie in the dark with other people. I really enjoy that. I have a bachelor's in film from my undergrad days, which is very much a long time ago, and I very much have an appreciation for that experience. So I'm really looking forward to being back at Cine Studio. One of the films that I'm really excited about actually isn't showing at Cine Studio. It's a virtual program called La Leyenda Negra, and it's shot in black and white, and it's about a teenage girl who's soon to be undocumented, and it really has a lot of themes of like first love, about activism, a lot of the issues that are very real, and some of the things that we've seen today and over the past couple of years with everything going on with protests and things like that. So it's very relevant, and it's overall like just very important story that I think is important for people to see and watch, and I'm curious, what others thought about it. I have a sense of, it was a film that we watched as a committee, and we've talked about it, but I'm curious to see what our audience thinks about it. So it's definitely one of the films that I recommend folks watch, and we'll also be having a Q&A for that film as well. So.
All right, so we're gonna try this. We're gonna try to play a clip of it here. So hopefully this works out. If it gets too choppy and whatever, we'll stop it. But this film clip is about a minute and a half. So catch you on the other end.
The Spaniards were trapped in an abyss. They were morally conflicted and divided. You're a new student here, Alatia, and I'm just
Of course, they don't want us to know that Hernan Cortez was a rapist. And my name is Aletea. Hey, what are you doing, Mom? Come here now. I'm worried about TPS.
Tell your parents to contact an immigration attorney.
There you go. Okay. Let's go. Rosarito's afraid of me. I give a fuck what you think.
We need you. The block needs you.
She's fucking not you. She was fucking gangbanging and shit. What if I liked you? They canceled it. They fucking canceled it. Are you happy? You're right. You're fucking right. I have no future here. I have nothing.
So there you go.
Yeah, so everyone watch it.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Who else has a film that they want to talk about?
I'll go next. That was one on my list too, Jaime. That was just amazing. I think I put like a check and a star next to that one when I saw that. It just covered a lot of bases of the issues. But gosh, I guess it was hard to come up with just one. My list consisted of Kiss Me Kosher, Swan Song, Love Spells and All That, La Leyenda Negra, Surly, and Sublet. But I guess what topped it all off was Tuva. Beautiful film in my eyes. I just love learning about history, especially true, accurate people. And this artist talk about bohemian. I mean, it was just remarkable. And, you know, she was not only an artist, a Swedish artist, but it was a period film, and it just has everything in it. Um, People who are artists out there as a profession may know of her. Tove Jensen. I didn't, and that's what made it delightful, the movie, just to be able to experience that period prior to my birth. This was like 40s into the 50s.
40s and 50s, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, I just found it to be very, very, very convincing in terms of the struggles that artists may have gone through then, who probably still go through a lot of the same struggles today. But you know, there was a lot of characters in there, and the beautiful relationship that she had with her husband, and his love for her, and allowing her to be the free spirit that she was. And I don't want to have any spoilers here, but there's some players involved. There's a lot of beautiful romantic scenes. And of course, being a period film, the music, the score was great, and the wardrobe. But I just loved her spirit. And I don't know, I think the after parties were just, you wanted to just be right there in the middle of the parties, you know. One of my favorites.
But don't confuse the audience by mentioning her husband. She also liked the girls.
Absolutely, and absolutely, and it was just, that's what was so beautiful about her relationship with him. But again, based on a true story, and I never knew about her until then. It makes me want to go out and probably read, because she wrote books as well as was an artist, painter. So anyway, that was my take on that. The acting was beautiful.
Yeah, she's actually very, very famous. She's Finnish.
Yes, exactly. Very, very famous.
Yeah.
But, you know,
this is what I like about the festival, is we often show movies about LGBT people from history who most of us have never heard about.
Right.
And I think that's one of the strengths of our film festival, is that we do that, because we're not just telling the same old story over and over again. There's lots of people that we haven't heard of, or maybe we've forgotten about, or hasn't really been covered by, Hollywood, biopics. And this one was really fascinating. I agree with everything Charmaine said. It's a really compelling story and beautifully made. And it was one of my favorites too.
Should we take a quick look at the trailer?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Det är länge sedan jag har sett dig måla.
Jag tycker det är svårt just nu.
Det där är inte konst. Jag tror att fröken Jansson lärde mig vid näsan.
Jag tror att livet är ett underbart äventyr. Jag ska utforska alla dess kringelikrokar.
Han är alltså just en kvinna. Vad är det här?
Det är morgon. Den är så kall så att hon rör vid fryset is. Tycker du om mina tavlor?
De är fina. Men de där är speciella.
Jag har ingen annan man än du. Jag har ingen annan kvinna än Vivica.
Kommer du på premiären?
This is the checkers.
All right. So, hopefully that wasn't too choppy, and hopefully you got the impression of what that was all about. So what, Mark, you talked a little bit about Tove, but is there another film that you particularly liked?
A number. It was really hard. Like Charmaine, I had a long list of favorites. I will talk about one, but before I talk about a feature-length film, I will say that overall, I really loved the shorts that we're showing this year. And last year as well, last couple of years, we've had an abundance of really wonderful short films. And that's why we have so many all shorts programs this year. It's just a tremendous collection. So I really encourage people, if you like short films, if you like short stories, check out the various shorts programs because they're all really terrific, and they come from all over the world. And some are funny, and some are poignant and dramatic. But there really is a wide range of stories in the shorts collections. I say one of my favorites this year is a documentary called "P.S. Burn This Letter, Please." We wanted to show it last year, but for a variety of distribution issues, we weren't able to. So fortunately, we're able to show it this year. It's about a discovered trove of letters written in the 1950s, 40s and 50s, between drag queens who lived in New York. And a lot of the letters are voiced over and reenacted. A lot of times you see stories that are reenacted that are really kind of cheesy. These reenactments are really well done. And it really shows, and I was talking a few minutes ago about one of the beauties of our film festival is showing periods of our history that we've either forgotten about or don't pay attention to. There was a lot going on in the drag queen community back in those days in New York that none of us probably know about. It's a fascinating history, and the stories and the letters the stories that the letters tell are really beautiful and very touching. And even if you're not the biggest fan of documentaries, because not everybody likes documentaries, but even if, I would say definitely go see this because it's really, really interesting. It's beautifully made. It's unique in the way it was created with the voiceovers and the recreations, and you feel like you're really living in that era. And it's really tremendous. It's one of the best things I've seen in a long time.
All right, great. Let's check it out.
The best thing about history is to be able to go back in the past to discover yourself. And the great difficulty for we who are marginalized is you look at what is purported to be history and we're invisible. We don't exist.
So to find a pitch of letters like this by a group of drag queens talking about their life, it's really quite extraordinary.
We felt like sisters. Well, sisters that were really brothers to the public. I told them every little thing that I did. It was all letter writing.
Dear Reno, Saturday night I decided to go to the court. New York is very hot. Cops all over. They have to be careful.
You'll be taken to jail and charged with some kind of obscenity laws.
I worked in a drag club secretly on weekends.
It was the place to go.
Liz Taylor, Warren Beatty, the Kennedys came in. There was a lot of money that we made, but it was illicit money. So who does that? The mafia.
Actually, the reality of it is, there was no mafia. There was no impersonator. And this is me. I'm naked here. Don't turn me over.
But when you talk about people who are attracted to drag, then you are really talking about bravery because you're talking about people.
All right, looks like a little network error there. So
What this clip wasn't showing was how some of the letters were read, by not by the people who wrote them, but by contemporaries now, and with some of the with some of the penmanship showing and people reading the letters, and I'd say also, even if you're not a big fan of drag, and not everybody is, it's still a really fascinating glimpse into LGBT history.
yeah. So Marina, what caught your fancy this year?
there are so many movies, and I love so many of them. One was Summertime, that it's just so diverse. It's very LA, very young, and it's there's everything is in there, and it's like a poetry slam, and it's also like a musical. So I don't know if it's available on the online, right? Or
Wait, sorry, wait, I missed the name of the movie you mentioned.
Summertime.
Oh, Summertime. Yep.
Yeah, it's on the online, right?
No, we're showing it in person. I
Oh,
think
okay.
the matinee on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So one was that, and the other one was Beautiful Dreamer. That one I really liked because of Erin Daniels. I loved her in Elbert. She was Dana in Elbert, and now it's like what 10 years later. She played a writer, and it's a story about basically friendship. Very complicated friendship. There is a lesbian couple, there is a straight couple, and there is a surrogate. And I don't know how they came up with that story. It's I wouldn't come up with that because it's so complicated, and it's fascinating. It's fun.
But it's really about the straight couple having a surrogacy and how it really affects their relationship with the lesbian couple, right? And because they're the best friends.
I think it's more about the friendship. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it is about the straight couple, but I think it's the biggest relationship they show is the friendship between the lesbian and her friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Should we? I can
Yeah. Do you have the trailer?
I have a trailer for that. Hold on.
Cool.
We're pregnant.
Oh my God, that's great! Congratulations. Thank you. How far along? 32 weeks. Wait, 8 months?
Which is the other thing. We got a surrogate.
Beautiful dreamer, welcome to me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song.
Sarah's mother gave us money. We told her it was for the kitchen remodel. It's your mom.
Don't get it.
So, your pregnancy, you gained a lot of weight. Honey, you really want to be careful with that. It looks like I'm going to be seeing you in a few weeks. Wait, did you just say you were coming here?
She's coming here.
How do you go about choosing a surrogate, Billy?
You want to see her?
Surrogate's hot. I feel like I'm faking it. Cervical irregularities are about 1 in 100 pregnancies.
What causes this?
Previous damage from miscarriage and a number of factors. I didn't do anything. She's a pregnant stranger. What does she do when she's alone? Scarf hot dogs and chain smoke?
I think you're overreacting.
Oh, you do. We could lose the baby. Your mother needs your help. We can't stay here. When exactly were you going to tell me?
I don't know, Mom. Maybe never. For obvious reasons.
This is a nightmare. Sarah?
It's all good. I got you.
Boundaries, Billy.
To use the womb of an underprivileged woman. Seriously, shut up.
Legally, Crystal, with all this crazy drama that's going on, she could claim maternal rights if she wants to.
Hey, Billy, why do you have these pictures of me on your computer?
What? Oh, those.
Billy, what are those pictures?
You know, you saw those, Sarah.
No, I absolutely did not see these.
They were part of our research phase.
I
kissed your girlfriend.
Excuse me?
It just happened, and I feel like this is the best time to tell you.
I knew you wouldn't tell her.
You knew?
I'm just here to do this job. I'm not anything else for any of you.
Beautiful dreamer, awaken to me.
All right. I think, Marina, you said there was another film that you
Yes.
liked a lot.
Most of all, my favorite film was Potato Dreams of America.
Which is opening night for everyone.
Yes, that's the opening night, and it's for obvious reasons because I'm from Russia, and the film is about an immigrant from Soviet Union who moved to the United States with his mother, and I can relate so much to that. There is the way it's shown is it's just amazing how. I think it's based on true story, and it shows very well how Soviet Union used to be, and actually how Russia is still now, how the people are, all that you're not gonna who will want you with the baby when you're 30 and have no husband, and all this stereotypes and homophobia and all the things that
But
you
it's,
have to fit. What?
I was going to say, but it's also a comedy too. I mean, the grandmother is played by Leah Delaria from
Right.
Orange
Yeah.
is the New Black.
Yeah, and it's shown in the like funny way. All this tragedies and all this very hard stories. They're shown. It's shown as comedy, and it also shows how a person feels when they move to US from Russia if they're gay. Like, there is a gay immigrant, there is a Russian immigrant, and there is a gay Russian immigrant, and that's very different because like in there was one scene which that happened to me so many times when people tell me, "Oh, you're Russian," and I know somebody Russian, and I want you to meet them. And I'm like, no, please don't. And there's a reason for that, because we don't want that, because they probably would not like us because I'm gay. And that's it. All of these little things, they're showed so well. And the fact that it's based on true story, and the main lead actor is coming to Cine Studio for the premiere.
Yeah, that'll be something special for those people who do decide to venture out to Cine Studio for opening night. The nickname of the lead actor is Potato, and that's where Potato Dreams of America come from. But the actor who plays Potato, his name is Tyler Bocock, and he's going to be there in person. So we'll be having a Q&A with him after the film, and you might be able to meet him, socially distanced, of course. But
socially distanced. And for those of you who are fans of the TV show The Wonder Years, the father, or the stepfather, Potato's stepfather, once they get to America, is played by the guy who played the dad in The Wonder Years. And there are a few, I won't give anything away, but there are a few surprises, because let's just say that he plays against type in this movie. So.
Yeah, the plot of this movie is crazy, and it's crazy that it's based on real story.
Yeah, it's hard to believe this was actually somebody's life story.
I didn't realize that it was a true story until the end. But the way that they presented it was very quirky and cute, but
It's
also
quirky.
serious. And I liked it too. It was one of my favorites too.
And I think they also shown few of his shorts before at the festival in the previous years.
Oh yeah,
right.
His shorts, I think. Yeah,
they're very artistic and very very fun. I love them.
One of my favorites was, and I won't show the movie clip because there isn't actually a trailer for it, but on the closing night, the closing Sunday is a Swan Song, and it features one of my favorite actors, which was Udo Kier. He was in one of the very first one of the very first gay films I ever saw, which was My Own Private Idaho. He played the German immigrant who hired like River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves to come over to his room. So some of you may recognize him, and he plays this really funny character. This amazing. He's like the hairdresser that has to venture across town to do the. He's the only person who's allowed to do the hairdo of the recently deceased leading actress in the film, one of the leads, and I don't know. Should we reveal who is the woman who died?
It's Crystal Carrington.
So Linda, what was it? Linda Evans.
Linda Evans.
Linda Evans. So
and she's just as bad an actress now as she was in Dynasty. That's beyond the point. Besides the point. Really
and I saw after I saw that movie, I thought of the song by Queen, Killer Queen. That's what I kept on thinking about. He was just amazing. You're right, Shane.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal. Yeah, that was on my list.
So anyway, we're approaching an hour, so I don't want to let this drag on forever. So we hope that you have enjoyed our little preview and our little conversation here, and you've learned a lot about the festival. We hope that you'll all come to the festival and check it out. Check out our website now online at outfilmct.org. And we hope to see you all at the movies.
Yeah, and if you're interested in helping us pick movies for next year, definitely send us an email. Let us know. We'd like to have you on the committee.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone. See you at the festival.
Bye.